All right, what we're going to look at in this lesson is the author.php template, and this will control the author page that also lists out all of the posts from that author. So these are really nice ones if you're doing a blog with multiple authors to really style well. You could put a whole bio up at the top for the author and do quite a lot of creative stuff, and we'll build this out later as we learn more author template tags, but for now at least we want to get it up and running. So let's start off with a quick little update and function that we need to know in order to get this linked up in our code. So the first thing we need to know about is the author posts link. And this isn't going to take any values or parameters to it. And it's basically just going to give us the name of our author along with a link. So let's come back into our theme and think about where we want to put this. If we come into our blog, basically anywhere we see the author name, right? So in our template, what that translates to is inside content-posts, instead of having the author, we could have the author posts link. Okay. So now if I refresh that, notice that that's going to work. But we do have some problems because remember how we had some of our different templates being included here? So if we come back to our archive, remember the get post format. So we have here content-posts, and we updated that to have the author posts link. But we also have posts-gallery. Let's see, that one we took out the author link, so we're good there. We've got page, we don't have it in there. None doesn't have it, but content gallery still has it. So let's come back into here. Nope, it looks like it does not. We took that out. We could take out this little enjoy gallery posts thing as well. That doesn't need to be in there. Okay, so we've covered all of our bases, and I just want to point that out because as you start adding up a bunch of includes, if you want to make a change like that, like even something as simple as the author posts link, you would have to update it in a few places. The other thing you could do in a text editor, like Sublime Text or Atom that I'm using or PHP Storm, is do a find and replace across your entire project, but I'd suggest doing a find before you just hard code replaced everything without double checking it first. So now that we have this done, if someone clicks on the author name, it's going to be taken to author / your username or nice user, and it will display the author and then their name and then all their posts below it. So this is great, but notice that this is still loading the archive.php page. So let's take this and rename it to author.php. Okay, so I've got my archive.php. Let's just do a save as and save it as author.php. Come down here, change this to author. And then let's think about what it is that we could potentially add to a page like this. Now we know at the top that we're displaying the author and their name, and we'll look at maybe how we could add like a picture to it and style it up a little bit better. So to start off, let's just create a new div, and we'll call this author bio. And let's put that in there. And this is a way we could distinguish it from some of the other templates. We're just going to style it a little bit nicer, do a little bit more to it. And then down below, I'm going to show you a new tag that we haven't looked at. Not going to go too in depth into explaining it. I'm just going to get it out on the page and show you what it does. So we could say echo the author meta, and this will allow us to get the description of the author. So this is going to be their bio that they filled in, and we have to pass it the ID of the author. So in this case, we could grab that by getting post. Remember we grabbed post ID before? Well, it has a bunch of data stored in it. So post author is going to be the ID of the author. We'll pass it into author meta, which lets us get a bunch of different things. In this case, we're just grabbing the description. So let's see if that works. All right, so I've got it in there. Let's see why it might not be working. First thing you want to do is come down into your profile, and there you go. So lorem to the about Zachem. Update that. Let's come back to our site now. We can click into a blog, click on a post. Okay, great. So now we've got the description happening, and we could add more to that later, but that's enough to differentiate it for us for now. Again, this is going to be the author.php. It's controlling authors. This is something that a lot of devs don't go all the way to style, and you could really make this nice. So the author template kind of has a close place to my heart as a place where when people design them well, you really notice. And when people don't, it's kind of a little... it's got a bit of that lazy vibe and doesn't have as nice roundness to the design and completion. So the author template, we'll come back and look at template tags that we could use and how we could spruce this up more. But I do just want to emphasize that this is a great theme to work with. So make those changes to your own theme, swap out the author for the author posts link, and make this to the theme that we have as well as your own. So if you're building your own site, maybe you only have one author. Maybe that's just you, which is fine, and we'll make that look really nice. But maybe you want to try adding an extra user and see what the difference is, just so you've got that full range of author template, not just pulling in your own, but being able to pull in anybody's, make sure it looks good across the board. So tackle that, and then we'll continue down looking at derivatives of the archive.php template.